to explain why you're getting that failing grade in this course. You gave me no choice. You understand what this means?
Yeah, it means my dad's gonna kill me.
Listen, Jeff, you missed most of the semester, you missed most of the tests, and as for your final, well, a final exam in comparative American literature. The question was, discuss the work of Edgar Allan Poe. You wrote, he used to get stoned a lot. But Vincent Price is a funny guy. Now, come on. Did you study for this? Tell me the truth.
Well, I saw this movie on TV the night before.
Listen, Jeff, I want you to know that when I fail a student, I feel that I failed too. You know, I failed by not making the course interesting enough for you. Teaching is communication. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it means my dad's gonna kill me.
Lunchtime. You want to go across the street and get a hamburger?
Yeah, Lois, you know, I had a student in here, and I talked myself blue in the face, and he didn't understand a word I was saying. Do you think I have a problem communicating?
What?
Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your booty. Shake your booty. Beautiful. You're beautiful. Mwah!
Mr. Papko.
Don't sneak up on people like that, Miss Edwards. It's hazardous to digestion.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Papko, but I can never find you in the room marked custodian. So I figured I'd try the room marked stuff in your face.
I haven't even started. What do you need?
The windows in my room are stuck.
Okay.
Okay. Okay is what you said last week when I told you those same windows were stuck.
Was that a whole week? Boy, where does it all go?
Mr. Papko, you just can't teach French in a room with no air. It really messes up pronunciation. Comprenez-vous, baby?
Mr. Pafko, just the man I wanted to see. Listen, I'm gonna need a new lock on my door. Somebody broke in there last night and stole all the stuff out of my room.
You ought to keep your door locked.
I do. They broke the lock. That's how they got in.
What good's a new lock gonna do you?
Well, see, I need a new lock so that they don't just walk in and take my stuff again.
But they got all your stuff already, right?
Right.
Then you don't need a new lock. You need new stuff.
Mr. Papko, I need something fixed.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Is that something I said?
I think it was something he was trying to eat.
Oh, aren't you going to eat, Lois?
No, yes, I am. But first I have to send some lunch to Mr. Cooper in his office. He can't leave because a father of one of your students just came storming in.
Oh, who?
Mr. Clayton.
What, Jeff Clayton's father?
Yeah, save my place.
All right.
Mr. Brody?
Oh, hello, Mr. Brody.
Dreyfus, have you interrogated your students regarding that break-in of your room?
No, because none of my students would do that.
Oh, wouldn't they? I've been an assistant principal for almost 30 years, and I know better. If it were up to me, I'd put every one of them through the 3rd degree.
Third degree, why stop there? Why not a public flogging?
Yeah, the good old days.
Come on, Mr. Brody. You're not going to tell me that you really think corporal punishment is the answer, are you?
It wouldn't hurt, or would it?
Mr. Brody, in England, they've been thrashing students for centuries.
Yes. And what were the results?
We lost India, and we gave the world punk rock.
Dreyfus, keep your door locked.
Oh, Coach.
Right.
You know Miss Swanson, don't you? Diana, Coach Bowers?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Hi.
Hello.
Dreyfus.
Bowers?
How you doing?
Fine.
Good. Having lunch?
Yes.
Good. Nice talking to you.
Brilliant conversationalist.
Who cares? He's so attractive. Doesn't he remind you of Burt Reynolds?
It reminds me of Debbie Reynolds.
Lois McCardle to the principal's office. Lois McCardle, principal's office, please.
Why me? I'm an Aries, forthright, powerful, a leader. Maybe not.
Wait, listen. Is Jeff Clayton's father here to complain about that failing grade I'm giving him?
Yes, and by the look on his face, he probably wants something done about it.
I don't know what.
Oh, sure you do. He wants you to give his son a makeup test.
No, there's no way that Mr. Cooper or Jeff Clayton's father will persuade me to give him a makeup test. No. What, somebody who's deliberately missed half the semester? Would you, Michael? Would you, Gwen, just because it's requested by an irate father?
Well, how big is this irate father?
Why?
Well, because if he's a small irate father, then tell him no to his face. But if he's a big irate father, phone it in, honey.
I'm not going to be intimidated. I give makeup tests only to those who are deserving, and I will not break precedent.
Well, take your choice, mon ami. Have him break precedent or break your face.
You're exaggerating, Gwen. Listen, Michael, have you ever been attacked by a parent?
I have been attacked by parents, students, and a 73-year-old crossing guard.
Come on, you're both being alarmist. I will not be cowed. And if I'm threatened, I will jolly well not run scared.
Girl, doesn't matter how you do it, just jolly well run.
Oh, bye.
Mr. Cooper, isn't there something we can do about that failing grade my boy is getting? That's really going to make it tough for him to get into a good college. Couldn't he take his final exam over again or something?
Well, sometimes a teacher will give a student a makeup test to help him improve his grade.
A makeup test? Well, that's it.
Well, a makeup test isn't all. I mean, he also has to do well.
Oh, well, don't worry about that. I'll see to it that he does well. Mr. Cooper, I don't know how to thank you. This is really very important to me, and to Jeff, too, of course, and I am much obliged. Say, listen, you just did something nice for me. I'd like to do something for you. What do you need?
Need?
Yeah, I know that in these times of cutbacks, there are things that a school needs that it can't afford. Now, what can I buy you?
Oh, that's not necessary.
Oh, but I'd like to. What about some gymnasium equipment? That's always wearing out.
No.
I've got it. Brand new uniforms for the football team.
No.
Oh, come on. Listen, don't forget. You offered to help me before I offered to give you a gift, so there's nothing irregular about it.
No.
Oh, come on. It'll make me feel good.
No.
Well, if that's the way you feel about it.
All right.
Good. New uniforms it is. Oh, you have been very kind. And I want you to know how much I appreciate it. Oh, thank you. Thank you ever so much. Have a nice day.
Diana, did you see who was standing behind us in the Serbian line? Coach Bauer.
Oh, don't start that again, Lois.
He was staring at you the whole time.
And, honey, he wasn't just looking at your fish cakes either.
Here he comes.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Say, Miss Swanson, would you mind having lunch with me today?
Well,
Oh, come on. I'm sure your friends could spare you this once.
Oh, by all means.
Buttercup?
Come on. I'll grab this table over here.
All right. Stop.
May I?
Yeah, thank you.
Well, the English department and phys ed don't often get together at lunch, do they?
No, they don't. No, I suppose it's because Shakespeare and football aren't usually on the same bill of fare.
Yeah, right. Are you a football fan, Miss Swanson? May I call you Diana? It is Diana, isn't it?
It is, and you may.
Good. And you can call me Coach.
Lovely.
And it is Miss Swanson, right? I mean, there isn't a Mr. Swanson lurking around anywhere, is there?
Well, there was, but not anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, he's not dead. He's just not lurking. At least not around me. We're divorced.
Oh, good. No, I don't mean good. You're divorced. I mean, getting back to football. Do you ever watch the games on TV?
Well, I've tried to coach, but frankly, I don't understand them. You know what I really don't understand? Those beer commercials.
What do you mean?
Well, you know, you have this group of enormously overweight men who are singing the praises of light beer, and what they should be concentrating on is light food.
Yeah. Speaking of food, do you like seafood?
I love it, yes.
Well, I know this great little restaurant down at the beach. The food is wonderful. You can sit and watch the ocean. Would you like to try it some evening? Candlelight, have a little wine.
Yes, I'd like that.
Oh, what do you know? It was easier than I thought.
What do you mean?
Well, I've wanted to ask you out for a long time, but I've been a little hesitant.
Why?
I always thought of English women as being so formal, so proper, so high and mighty.
Good heavens, Coach, I'm not the queen. I must confess, I didn't think of you as the candlelight and wine type.
Well, then we've got a lot to learn about each other, don't we? How about we start Friday night with dinner?
Oh, fine, yes.
And Saturday, you're coming to the game.
I am?
Yeah, you'll love it. It's going to be a great game, and you'll have the best seat in the stadium, right on the bench with me and the players.
Oh, my goodness.
Besides, it'll give the players a chance to show off their new uniforms for you.
Oh.
By the way, thanks for making that happen.
Making what happen?
Didn't Mr. Cooper tell you? By agreeing to give some kid named Clayton a makeup test. Well, it seems that Daddy Clayton was so pleased, he insisted on buying brand new uniforms for the football team. So, thanks, Daddy Clayton, and thank you, Diana. Is something wrong?
Yes, something's wrong. Something is really wrong.
Well,
oh, no, it's not wrong, you and I. But if it's wrong, they and I. You're not wrong, you. It's wrong, them and me. It is. Oh, God, I've said this all wrong. It's wrong. It's really wrong. It's really wrong.
There's something wrong.
Finished?
I guess you don't like the hammering, huh? Try not to listen.
Mr. Cooper, may I have a word with you, please?
I can't hear you. Pasco! Would you please finish this some other time?
No problem. I guess the best time to do a job like this would be on the weekend when you're not here.
That would be perfect.
Only thing is, I'm not here either. But that would be the best time to do it.
You wanted to speak to me?
Yes.
Sit down.
Thank you. I'll rather stand. Mr. Cooper, I have a question for you.
Shoot.
Mr. Cooper, I have just learned through Coach Bowers that one of my students, Jeff Clayton, who is graduating this semester, but who's getting a failing grade from me in American literature, has been promised a make-up test, even though I, as his teacher, never made him any such promise because I do not think that his particular situation warranted that kind of consideration, given all the facts concerning this student.
Was that the question?
No! My question is, why does an undeserving student like Jeff Clayton be given the privilege of a make-up test? I mean, just because his father can buy the uniforms for
Hold
the football team.
Hold it right there. He offered those uniforms after. I repeat, after I suggested the makeup test.
Well, you've made a muck of this, you know. You've made me feel like a complete Charlie.
Charlie?
Yeah, the kids are going to take the mickey out of me.
Mickey?
Yeah.
Will you speak English?
I am. I should have been consulted.
I think you're forgetting who's who. I'm the principal. You're the teacher. And you are on the wrong side of this desk. Now sit down. You're right. I should have discussed it with you. But what if he passes the test? Would that be so bad?
Don't you understand that if by some fluke he were to pass that test, he'd have the impression that he beat the system? Whereas the failing grade might just have done something for this boy. I don't know, might have roused him or scared him. I don't know, might just have made a difference in his life. See, that's what being a teacher means to me, Mr. Cooper. Trying to make a difference in a student's life.
Hey, Dreyfus, you know all that stuff that was stolen from your room the other day?
Yeah?
Well, this news ought to make it feel a little better.
They caught the thieves.
No. Someone broke into a room on the 3rd floor and took a lot more than they took from you.
Yeah, you're right. That does make me feel better.
Michael, I need your help.
What with?
Here, I want you to help me compose a letter to the superintendent.
What are you writing him for?
I want to register a complaint against Mr. Cooper about how he undermined my authority as a teacher and he damaged my credibility.
Well, what do you hope to get out of that? Personal satisfaction?
Yes, well, our principal has insulted me, he's humiliated me, and he's made me look like a fool.
So the students do that to us every day. Why not let the principal have a crack at it? Okay, all right, okay. It's obvious that you've been short-circuited by your principal and you've got a legitimate complaint.
Good, then you're saying write the letter.
On the other hand, if you had consulted with Mr. Cooper, he might have urged you to give the student his test, and I'm sure you would have obliged.
Don't write the letter.
But he did not consult with you, and therefore deprived you of your responsibility and initiative.
Write the letter.
Still, As a superior, a principal could, if he so desired, overrule any decision you might make.
For heaven's sake, Michael, what are you saying? Write the letter, don't write the letter, what?
You want my considered opinion?
Please.
You obviously feel very strongly about this, and it would make you feel a lot better to get it off your chest, right?
Right.
And by all means, write the letter.
Thank you.
But don't send it.
Swanson, a nutrition break at this hour. Don't you have a class?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Brody. It's being monitored. You needn't worry.
Are you ill? Why don't you go see the nurse?
I'm not ill, Mr. Brody. I am upset. Upset!
See, Miss Swanson has a bit of a dilemma.
Oh, I'm usually good at dilemmas. What is it?
Well, one of her students who's graduating is getting a failing grade for having deliberately missed most of the semester. And there's some question as to whether or not to give him a makeup test.
What's the dilemma? The student obviously did not care all semester. Why give him any consideration now? No makeup test. If he gets down on bended knee, no makeup test. If he comes crying and pleading and begging, the answer is no makeup test.
Mr. Cooper already promised the boy's father he could have one.
Every student deserves a second chance.
Mr. Brody, does this student deserve a second chance? That is the question. It's the principal.
And the principal is always right.
Well, now you know why they call him Brody the Toady.
Diana, oh, good. They told me I'd find you here. Are you all right?
All right. Why would you ask a question like that? I'm better than all right. I am superb.
She's not, is she?
No. Lois, what is it?
Mr. Cooper wants her to come to his office.
What for?
Well, Diana, Jeff Clayton and his father are here for college counseling. And, well, I've been put in the awkward position of asking you to come and meet Mr. Clayton, who would like to thank you for what you're doing for his son.
Thank me? Why would he want to thank me? Mr. Cooper did it all. No, I was asked to just roll over and play dead. Is that what he'd like to thank? A rolled over dead teacher?
That's an even more awkward position than mine. Diana, just come with me, please. It won't take long.
You're right. This won't take long. This won't take long at all.
Diana, please calm down. Now, look, you're upset, and you have every right to be. But on the other hand...
No, shut up, Michael.
Somehow you don't think of the British as having a temper.
Oh, shut up, Lois.
You know, Mr. Cooper, young people today, they don't appreciate what we do for them. I mean, we buy them cars, we send them to college, and they don't appreciate it. Things were a lot different in our day, right?
You sure were.
Yeah. Well, we know what it is to come up the hard way, huh? You and me and Ronnie Reagan.
Mr. Cooper.
Ah, excuse me. Swanson, this is Mr. Clayton, Jeff's father.
What a pleasure. What a real pleasure. Can you sit a moment?
No, thank you. I have a class I should get back to.
She has a class she should get back to.
Oh, well, this will only take a minute. I just want to thank you for giving my son the opportunity of raising his grade. You know, letting him take that makeup test was very considerate of you to do that. And I just want to thank you, because raising his grade even a little bit is going to make the difference between his getting into a really reputable college or just a second-rate one. And that's really all I wanted to say.
Thank you. I should get back now.
Yes, she should get back.
Yeah, Miss Swanson, when Jeff does get to that reputable college, he's going to have you to thank for it.
Not really, Mr. Clayton. He'll have you to thank for it mostly. A little Mr. Cooper, least of all me.
I don't think I understand.
It doesn't matter. Thank you very much, Miss Swanson.
No, please. I'd like to hear. What are you saying?
I'm saying that the makeup test was never my idea in the first place because I didn't think Jeff deserved it. As far as I'm concerned, he failed the course, period. Shall I go on?
I don't think that'll be necessary. Thank you very much.
No, please do. Continue.
You may think that I'm making a big deal about one little grade in an English course, and I am. And you know why? Because throughout all this, Jeff hasn't lifted one finger to help himself. He's letting his father do it all for him. Is that what you want for your son, Mr. Clayton, to let him go through life having his father bail him out every time he gets in a jam?
Miss Swanson.
High school is a preparatory school. And if we let him coast through this situation, then what have we prepared him for?
I think you've made your point. Thank you very much.
Now, wait a minute. There is a question I would like to ask here. Why is it that Jeff is passing all his other classes? Why are you the only one who is failing him? What is it, something personal?
No, of course not. Maybe he did better in some of those other classes, or maybe some of those other teachers just subscribe to the pass 'em up and out theory. Well, I don't.
Well, there's
Miss
something
Watson,
else that occurs to me. Just a minute, please. There's something else that occurs to me. You talk about Jeff not trying. How much trying did you do? Why didn't you try to straighten this situation out way back when the semester first
I
started?
tried to reach your son right through
listen,
the
I am
semester,
a
Mr.
teacher
Clayton. Believe me, I tried.
Like just one
I
time.
really tried.
Teacher, now, just a minute, son.
Hey, Dad.
I want some
Don't
teacher.
try and get
What
on.
is it?
She tried. Miss Swanson is a good teacher. It's not her fault, but like she said, I flunked the class, period. I just couldn't get with it. And as far as this makeup test goes, I don't even care to take it.
What do you mean you don't care? What about your grade? Your average?
Dad, I don't care about my average.
Well, what about
I
college?
don't care about college. I mean, right now I don't know whether or not I want to go to college. Maybe I just want to hang out for a year, travel. I don't know, figure out what I want to do. College right now would be a waste of time because I don't even know what I want. Don't you understand, Dad? Give me time. Give me a chance to figure out what I want.
How come you never said this to me before?
Dad, you never gave me a chance. You made up your mind I was going to college, and that was it. We never talked. Dad, we never talked.
Well, I guess I owe you an apology, Miss Swanson. Obviously, I didn't have all the facts, did I? See, it's just that I want for my son... Well, if you'll excuse me, we'll be going now. My son and I guess we need to talk, huh? Excuse me.
What was it you said about what being a teacher means to you, how you try to make a difference in a student's life? Well, who knows? Maybe you just made a difference in this student's life.
Mr. Cooper, I feel I owe you an apology. You know, when I came in here, I was awfully rude, and I hope I didn't embarrass you, but, you know, I felt so terribly upset. My stomach was practically in knots. You know the feeling? Sort of queasy and dyspeptic. Cheers.
Cheers.